Yippee-ki-pee!
Hey guys, and welcome to the top 10 cards in Knights of the Frozen Throne. This list puts a lot of emphasis on cards in top tier decks in the current meta, so expect to see a lot of Druid cards and less Hunter cards. That does not mean that some of the Hunter cards are not better than some of these cards on paper, but it just means that in the current meta, these cards are not part of any top tier deck. This can definitely change with future shifts in the meta. Priest decks in the current meta are control decks, and Spirit Lash is great because it can deal AoE damage and heal you a lot for only 2 mana. It is also a spell, so it can be discovered by Shadow Visions, and it has some synergy with Lyra the Sun Shard. Spirit Lash sees play in Reno Priest, and as a defensive card in some versions of Big Priest, especially against aggro decks. This spell has tons of potential, and if it was available to a better class in the current meta, it would probably top the charts. With spell power, it can be like a Flame Strike or more for only 2 mana. Currently it fits in the Demon Lock deck, which is a tier 2 type of deck. Strongshell Scavenger looks really weak on paper, because the 2-3 body for 4 mana is mediocre, and playing it with no taunt minions is a huge tempo loss. But with the popularity of Spreading Plague and other cards that create 1/5 taunt scarabs, this card combos very nicely with them to create very resilient taunts. The first of the Death Knights on this list is Shadowreaper Anduin. A competitive Reno deck is built around him, and it utilizes Raza the Unchained to lower the hero power to 0 and then control the board and burst the opponent down with your hero power.
Big wins!
Druid of the Swarm provides you a 1/5 minion for 2 mana. It is very efficient with both Token Druid and Aggro Druid because it provides a cheap sticky minion that can become dangerous with buff cards like Mark of the Lotus, Power of the Wild, or Savage Roar. Spreading Plague is a great comeback card. Control druids like Jade and Ramp tend to struggle to stay alive during the early stages of the game, so this card punishes aggressive decks by being more effective the more minions they play on board. It also has great synergy with buff cards like Power of the Wild and Strongshell Scavenger, and so it fits nicely in Token Druid. Malfurion the Pestilent is the top Death Knight card, and it fits very nicely with the different top tier control druid decks in the meta. Not only does it give you an incredible hero power, it also heals you for 5 and could provide you with 2 taunts to save your life, all for just 7 mana. The hero power is great late game to keep you alive or to control the board. It sees play in the top tier Jade, Ramp and Maligos druids, and in some versions of Token Druid. With 5 top tier druid decks, we get yet another druid card in the top 10. The value that Ultimate Infestation gives you for 10 mana is insane. Not only can you kill a 5 mana cost minion, you also summon your own, gain 5 armor, and draw 5 cards. This card is played in all but the most aggressive of druid decks. Bonemare is the dark horse of the whole set. It was expected to be a very good card, but probably not one of the best cards in the whole set. Its value is great, and it usually fits great with the swarmy types of decks like Token and Aggro Druid or Token Shaman because it gets the most value when it hits another minion. 9/9 worth of stats for 7 mana and the taunt are pretty good. So just to recap quickly, number 10 Spirit Lash, number 9 Defile, number 8 Strongshell Scavenger, number 7 Shadowreaper Anduin, number 6 Druid of the Swarm, number 5 Spreading Plague, number 4 Malfurion the Pestilent, number 3 Ultimate Infestation, number 2 Bonemare. The poster child of the whole set and also the top card, the Lich King, is so good because he has an immediate effect on the board. Not only does he provide you taunt, but he also gives you at least 1 Death Knight card, potentially more. In a way, he is like Ysera, but costs 1 less mana and has taunt. Ysera is already a really good card in control decks, but the problem with her is that she is really slow. For 1 less mana and with taunt, the Lich King is a great substitution. If you play any form of control deck, there is a big chance you will want to play the Lich King.
Whoa! What? What?